Do you think it's an ability? Everyone can become friendly or a very good networker? Or is it because a lot of entrepreneurs at the beginning, they need that. They need the network before they have a business, as you just said. What are the tips you would give young people who are now trying to go to the first conference, do the first step?
Neil, when I was in college, I used to read a lot. I don't read so much now as I used to back then. And once I read that there are no strangers in the world, there are only friends you haven't met before. So, and this used to be my thought process when I came to Russia. So I wasn't scared of anything. Also, when you're not scared of anything, the less you know, the more chances you have to grow, because you really don't know much. And there's always so much we don't know. And when we go out in the world working, when we don't know much, there's just more and more for us to learn, communicate, meet people. Network is very important, yes. And that's what happens when you meet new people, you talk to them, you create a bond, and then you start growing onto it. And it's not only for your work, I think it's for so many things, other than work is just 8 to 10 hours of our life every day. There's so much more beyond work, there's so much more to life just than work.
Yeah. I also feel that if you network for the sake of networking and you're not selling or there's not necessarily a hidden interest, then you meet a lot of people that might, I don't know, in 2, 5, 10 years be someone who either helps you, become your client, you buy from them, and so on. I think a lot of people are showing or looking at the very short term goals or very short term what's in it for me.
So when I meet somebody, when they approach me, and if it looks like only as a business pitch, I'm generally not interested. Because my idea is that I am quite settled. I don't want anything from you. What is it, that we have it in this conversation for each other? If it's only buying and selling, I generally, it doesn't click with me. So if there's something beyond, if there's some share of ideas, if there's something more than just buying and selling, then it really appeals to me. My first lesson in business, I remember very clearly. Our professor asked in college, "What is a market?" And I was very quick to reply, "A market is a place where buyers and sellers meet." And he said, "No, that's a bazaar. A market is basically aggregate demand meeting aggregate supply." And then it clicked me, whoa, a market is more beyond that, right? It's just beyond buying and selling. It's about human relationships. It's about communication. It's about consumer growth. It's about consumer behavior. And that's when it struck to me that life is more about, the relationships we have. It's about the communications we make. So network, if I do it only for the sake of doing business, it doesn't really work for me. For me, I think it really works well when I have a meaningful conversation and we also do business.